Well, all is well. I'm not glad Kaylee's gone, but now all of a sudden it's like there's just no one here. I'm not glad. I was glad Susie had to fucking run her ass off. I told Kaylee. Oh, you'll have to go out again. Yeah, there's more running around to do. I figured that would happen.
But she's good. I talked to Sherry. She's very pretty. She's not. I said, how in the hell do you do all your curls? She said, well, she's
Okay.
She's really sweet.
That's good.
And she had a moment there. We talked with Kristen, talked to, who was trying to do with you, honey?
We're in here.
She
You
wanted.
can let Trinket in, but
Who is this?
Tess, that's
Yes.
Trinket.
But Tessie's in here?
No,
Does she?
just the baby. Tessie's back in my room.
Well, you can come in a minute. Y'all haven't seen each other all morning.
Yeah, they have.
Once?
Many, many, many times.
Outside.
Tessie's down.
Okay, well,
Tessie has to be kept away from the puppy.
but they slept, Tessie slept with us all night.
Yeah, but she doesn't like that puppy running up on her where she can't
Oh,
see her
I
and
know.
starting to bite her.
So
they have to be separated.
I hold her to take
So
her
what
to the
was
gate.
Kaylee crying about and everything?
She just wants, she loves being here. But she also likes being there. You know,
She does.
she does. She likes her. They let her. She's asking her what she wants to do. She's a person that goes in. She had her cards on the
Okay.
state line. She just wanted me to know what she does.
Okay.
And
Well, anyway, as long as Kaylee's going back to some semblance of a normal life, I'll start checking on what.
and then after you went to bed and everything else, I thought her grandmother's number kept coming up for the last 2 nights, right, Chris?
Mary.
Mary, but it wasn't Mary. It was Deanna. Deanna hadn't seen them, text him since the 23rd, and all of a sudden she's on the phone. So I go in there and start really.
You were talking to Deanna?
Yeah, no, she was.
Oh.
She thought it was Mary.
Oh.
Because she didn't talk to her mom since then, and they talked for a long time, and Deanna was crying, of course. And Kaylee said, "Don't worry about it, Mom. Brandon and Sherry's got it, and you don't have to worry about anything." And
Well, you know what Deanna's worried about is that we're going to take her check away.
No, she's worried just because she hadn't checked in with them. That's all. Because Brandon wants her to check in with him before the 1st or whatever the day is she gets the check.
Well, some idiot needs to just say, "And that we'll take that. Thank you."
But I couldn't talk to her at all. She was busy.
Yeah, okay.
What she does is she goes into people's houses after a child is placed in foster care after about 3 months and checks to make sure the child likes it.
I'm sure that's a beautiful job.
Oh, this one out here right now, she's driven all the way. She said they won't answer the door.
There you go. See.
And she loves it though. She makes good money. She said
Okay.
only have 2 people this direction.
As long as you're not emotionally involved with what's going on.
She is.
Some of those kids will go through 5 or 6 homes before they finally get kicked out on their fannies when they're 18.
But she said she's placed her. They seem well.
Okay.
And she loves her job.
Well,
and
good.
she's very positive. She's really
But Deanna needs to get that check yanked out of her fucking hands.
Yeah,
That's business number 1.
I've already said, but I couldn't talk to her. It was trying to go. And
Yeah.
I want to talk to her and Brandon both. Because Brandon's the one that's going to have to talk to her first. Brandon's the one.
Yeah, but he needs to know, see, who to call.
Well,
He needs to have some numbers to
yes.
throw at her goddamn ass and say, if you don't hand over that check for Kaylee, the full amount, this is what's going to happen.
Right. And she's off for
and
it.
guess what? And on top of that, I'm going to, if I have to put out any money for this litigation, I'm going to make you pay court costs. So you just better decide how much it's worth to you.
Of course.
Because they're not going to let you keep it,
Oh, it's
Deanna.
awful, man.
They're going to take it. Soon as the proper authorities know, they're going to take it away from her.
Uh-huh.
And see, the thing that I said though is that I don't think it's a good idea for her uncle or anyone else to have access to that.
That's
She
what-
needs a payee.
If she doesn't know who that person would be.
Okay, well, guess what? They will. There are people that are professional payees.
Okay. If there's just not a family member on either
Yeah,
side.
and it needs to be someone who's not interested in taking 20 or 30 fucking bucks every time they're broke.
Of course,
And that could be Brandon or his wife Sherry or anybody else.
they wouldn't.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
I mean, that's the truth. They work hard for the money.
It's a hell of a lot better to have someone outside the house handling Kaylee's money so
Of
that her
course.
rent and her bills are paid and the payee will tell her. And you know what? You can ask your payee for more money. And I saw all of these fuckers in Albuquerque. I'm talking grown up motherfuckers that are alcoholics and drug addicts and all
Okay.
this other shit. They all have a fucking payee. And they try to make sure their payee is
They do.
somebody who smokes or drinks or something like that so that they can just keep nitpicking and getting money. Yeah, and the payee starts saying, no, I won't give you the money for that. And they all get mad, right?
But that really actually did it. I mean,
But
I'm not-
a real payee would make sure she had enough spending money, enough
Yes.
clothing money, enough.
Well, it's
you
in the record. What Corey,
Yeah.
for
Well,
the
all of that's true. But the thing about it is Deanna is standing in between Kaylee and her survivor's benefits.
right.
She's not getting them.
Yes. I don't know what Corey's check is. Oh, but Sherry.
It's probably not a whole hell of a lot of money, but I
No.
know it's.
It's her
but,
money.
but
all
it's
that
not
is.
Deanna's, and Deanna. This is just another
see, I
grift
know
that
she's-
Deanna's on.
Yeah.
And that's why she was calling here crying last night because she knows.
No, she didn't even know she's over here. She didn't think she was in town.
Oh, she didn't? So
No.
Kaylee never told her?
No,
Oh, well, good for her.
she don't. She never knows what.
Keeping things from Deanna is always a good idea. If she had been, she would have come over.
No, she wouldn't come over here because she's too. She's still too involved with idiot Tommy. She'll go with the pedophile and live with him and pay the money more than she'll be on her own.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing, and we can't figure out why she won't work.
Mm.
And that's why they all
She's
started.
afraid to try. She's afraid to try. You want to hit?
I haven't had one at all. I got all of her stuff, and Chris gave her that little bong, and
Yeah.
um,
And I was glad he did. Here. It was just going to sit here until flowers went in. Oh, what a nice vase, says Amanda or somebody. I'm going, yeah, we ordered it online.
Chris you got a good company. Okay.
Well, anyway, I think I'm going to start looking into survivors' benefits.
Yes. And she felt comfortable, and she kept trying to say bye to you, and she thought you were in the taking us outside. Or
Oh, no. I figured she was going to come back there and say
she
bye.
kept saying bye. She couldn't find you.
Oh, okay.
And then
Well, I didn't know you were going that soon. And okay, but it's all right.
Well, she was panicking. She said, "Tell her bye."
Oh, okay. Well, tell her that she's fine.
She
I
said,
don't need a
"Bye."
big bye.
I said, "We'll be back." If they do it like that,
Her visit went just fine. I was fine having her here all
We
that
talked
time. It
and
didn't
talked.
bother me at all.
good. Well, we talked.
I mean,
we
you
couldn't
know,
talk. So-
It doesn't bother me when, I care about Kaylee. I want her here. But the whole thing is there was a parade of bullshit that came with having her here. And now that's,
Well, I understood.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I told her twice. I said, that happened because of your mother, not because of you. I said, unfortunately, you had to suffer the consequences with your mother. I said, she will never again be able to come and go as she pleases in and out of this house.
And she's
Ever.
the next thing she's gonna have the back pain.
Yeah, she will. They'll put a judgment against her.
Yeah.
And you know what? And then they'll force her to go to work. A judge will tell her, you have to go to a job corps or you have
I
to
mean, you
be.
should have heard. She told me the whole story about one night, and I won't go into all the deep parts.
I don't want to hear any of it, really.
Well, I'll just two things. Bottom line, when she moved over there, that girl was doing speed.
Oh well, that crap over there in Lovington passed.
No. This was the apartment.
Oh, the apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the one.
They
that
were
was wrong.
dealing and trying to.
No, they were the other girl was dealing, but she was the one coming by up here. Barry let Kaylee see me because she had to go do 1,000 things
Yeah.
before she get her done.
Yeah.
And Kaylee and Deanna liked her then. Of course.
You see, but those
And she
things
had-
never
she was
work out.
getting
What
some-
Deanna doesn't know is those things never work out.
Well, and Kaylee got her on tape though that night after she texted her and said, "Mom, someone's left some lines or something out, and I'm in another room, and I'm not going to say nothing because it's not smart. But I'm fixing to walk out the door, and I'm going to start walking. So don't say nothing because I already seen your shit on the counter." And she, after everyone left, she stayed in the room anyway. Because she didn't want confrontation because she had to be at the orthodontist the next
Yeah.
morning.
Mhm.
And you should have, me and Chris heard it.
She was just being hateful.
hateful. I've never seen that much hate.
Oh, Cecile,
I mean,
Linda.
well, I mean,
Yeah, I've
fast talking.
Kim. I've seen that kind of shit. That kind of
Fast talking, fucking you.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a piece of shit.
Mhm.
You ain't worth nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing. Your dad.
Yeah,
didn't-
not able for anyone to get one word in edgewise because until she's exhausted her shits, fucks, and goddams, then you get your own in.
Just so
I told Kaylee, I said, if your mother ever slaps you again, you ought to turn off and haul fucking ass on her. Don't worry about getting hurt. Your adrenaline will be up and you won't feel a thing. I mean, hell, I didn't feel a thing when I got hit on the head with a baseball bat. I was already fighting.
Yes, the adrenaline came out.
That's right. I didn't even feel a fucking thing.
That's what I did with Corey in the when he was in court. I don't remember anything except flying through there and no one was helping me, and I was doing it all. It's like a movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that people think that if you're confronted, like there are two things to do, fight or flight. And I mean, like, I just don't have that turn around and run away shit in me.
Well, nowadays, we don't.
I've been hurt bad in fights before, and I've hurt other people. But guess what? See, it was always worth it. So I'm sorry.
Ooh. She spilled out her guts then, so she just couldn't talk.
Yeah.
And then we were up at 5 letting the dogs
You know
out.
what? I heard the same kind of shit coming out of the dad's mouth. So that's no surprise.
She's just now learning that you went through so much hell because she sees you as this strong man. And she didn't know that your dad was even like that. She just thought it was just like Nana. They both, they both.
Not at all.
Yeah. And she told me
if he hadn't drank, he would have been fine.
Yeah.
But he did. That's the whole thing.
But the deal with her with the
When he
drugs.
the very few, like very rarely, he would sober up for several weeks sometimes, and it would just be so nice, and he would be
Peaceful.
he would get back to who he really was, but I could never be taken in by it, and he always wrecked it. So,
But that's an alcoholic.
I just couldn't be taken in. I couldn't trust him. I told him that. I said, I don't trust you. I said, I don't
You
trust
can't
you,
trust
therefore I
anyone.
can't respect you, therefore I can't love you.
Did he
I
get
said,
the-
do you understand? Because he was talking to me about respect. And I told him, I said, there is no respect here for you because of what you're doing right now. And so I said, the minute I see a drink in your hand, any respect I had from you for the previous hours since is gone. Hate on sight. I said it was just instant hate on sight when I saw him drunk.
It is such a shame.
Yeah, but it's and so that's what she's going through, and I understand a hell of a lot more than she thinks I do.
Oh,
she
she's
has
just
no
now
idea.
learning, see. And she wants to go and just talk to you. And, she wants to go in depth, but she said, I don't want y'all to think that I don't love my mother.
Oh well, no, I know she does, and that's the reason why I shouldn't have said what I said about Deanna.
No.
But the thing is I'm going right now, right here, right now. Your mom's name is cockeyed in this house, basically.
Well, and I have to.
And the whole thing about it is Deanna could if she could just turn her fucking ass around. But see, that's what Sarah and Debbie got tired of waiting for from me. me to turn my ass around. But I wasn't around them all the time because I was with Fred all those years.
Right, and I didn't worry about you.
Yeah,
I knew
well,
you
see?
had someone that you loved.
Yeah.
I just thought,
But I mean, you know,
that they were,
I grew up with the trifecta of chicks, you know, Judy, Debbie, and Sarah on that side of the family. And I mean, I would call them up drunk and it was be pissing them off and shit like that. One time, Sarah and Barry had to come pick me up one time downtown and stuff like that. And it was really not even near as much as I had done for Dad or as I had done for other people. What they did for me was pick me up a couple of times and then they were just like, we can't handle that. You know, so I mean, I was going, that's how much family is, you know. Yeah. So I moved after I moved.
But that's everybody too with their situation. You know, Brandon, like with your deal, Sarah and David, they should still held your back.
Yeah, well, they just need to get that check out of Deanna's hand, and the world will be a little happier that she's a little sadder. Okay.
So I felt so bad for her last night. I was so exhausted. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, I washed my face and I feel it's back to sleep till 10:30. Chris,
I don't know. You know, I was 16 by the time I started standing up to Dad, but by the time I was 15, I was already starting to throw pots and pans.
I can't believe
So-
that's why she know that other statement she made that she came. She said I had to come home and lay in the grass and go to sleep.
Yeah.
But that was because Deanna went.
Well, I told her, I said, that was my proudest moment for you. Because you realized right then and there that number one, you just get away from the problem. And if it's warm enough for you to sleep out in a fucking field, do it.
She heard you.
Get away from
No,
I mean, you know what? When it's no longer worth it, just fucking haul ass and go somewhere and sleep under a fucking blanket.
She did. She got her on that side and then the wheelchair.
I mean, sure, they're, oh, you can get raped, you can get all this. You can
Got
get
in
all-"
our back.
I'm going, well, you know what? Hey, you know, like waiting for my first check from McDonald's, I slept under a tree in a park 1 block off of the strip, under a light, covered up with a blanket, which is the light I would read at night by. And I did that for an entire week before I got my first paycheck. I slept in a park out in the open. So anyone could have come upon me at any time, and they never did. Yeah,
That's
we'll
a pretty
see.
tough thing. Now, the one time that she was laying out there, Deanna she left with some guy in a Corvette and left her with some dude.
Yeah, I get the drift.
So she left. Kelly started walking to her house.
But I just think that
And on that.
what's her face is getting close to realizing that she's not going to be able to keep that check for very long. Anytime she sheds a tear, it's because she knows the end's coming. The money.
Well, no, Brandon's, she does this job, and they both work, and he does oil field, and he's telling her too. We're doing the groceries. Logan helps out. That's her grandson.
Well, but that's not the point.
No, he's trying to tell Deanna. It doesn't matter. You can't just think I need a couple extra $100 all the time because it needs to be to Kaylee and not you. And if we needed to give you,
yeah, well, see, you know what? The only way Deanna can have her hands on that check. Okay, but guess what? The only way Deanna is legally able to have that check in her hands is if she is providing food, shelter, and clothing for her daughter. Instead, she's dropped him off with an uncle and she's keeping the money and sniffing it up her nose or doing whatever goddamn else she does. Okay?
So she said it's so quiet here. And she said I can sleep and I don't. But it's quiet at Brandon. She said they let me do whatever I want.
Yeah.
But she said I'm still just, it comes back to me how much noise and loudness and all that.
What?
With
Around
her
here?
mom. When she was having people in and out and babysitting and all that.
Oh.
And she'd have to go to school and then she'd have to go, she'd be up and partying and have to get up and go to school and get her orthodontist done. And, she said I never knew if I was going to get it done or not.
Oh, I've lived in crazy houses, so I know. You know, in fact, the second time when I was living with Bob Burgess, I had to stay drunk to survive, and that's when my drinking got worse. I told Mikey years later. I said I just had to drink. We both knew, everybody knew that to survive Bob Burgess's, you had to drink to survive. And I was going, I think my drinking problem got worse during that year I stayed with him because I had to stay drunk. I went out and got a job. I was the only person in that house with a job.
Okay, so
But guess
why
what?
didn't
The
you
whole
wanna
thing
do
was,
it?
guess what? The whole thing was, is I had to stay drunk from the minute I got home, get drunk, and then get up and go to work again. And I mean, like, I couldn't do it. Living in that house, I could not have a job.
Right. And so they didn't want a job either? No one wanted to
Nobody
work.
did. Oh, Susie, it was a
It's a
bunch
long
of fucked
thing.
up drunks.
It was everybody
A
did.
bunch of welfare drunks. You know, that's all. And every single one of them now is dead. And they all died from alcohol. Every single fucking one of them, including
Well, now,
Mikey now.
I'll give it, or I thought that they were all, he was a good friend and you helped him. And
Bob is dead. He died. Mikey told me in some kind of gruesome way, but it was the alcohol. They went to Los Angeles and were in line. They were in line and they got into the Price is Right game show.
Yeah.
And Bob was so fucked up he got him thrown out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they went to go see the Price is Right.
Mad.
And they went to go see the Price is Right. And he was a little old guy, born in, he was just a little guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, during World War II and stuff like that, he was small enough to climb in. He worked out at Sandia Labs under the nuclear bomb thing because he was small enough to get inside these tubes that they were working on. So he actually worked on some highly classified shit back in the day. Well, anyway, he was so fucked up when they were in the audience, they threw him all out. I'd be going, really? And the crowd's supposed to be rowdy there, and then
they want you pumped up. Yeah.
Well, Bob was so drunk he got them all thrown out. But anyway,
gosh. Well, yeah.
But see, that's what Mikey got in trouble for, trying to burn down Bob's house.
Oh.
Yeah, he set fire to the. He
Why?
said there was a mattress sitting outside on the side of the house, and he said he set it on fire. Well, it turns out that the fire got bad and it damaged the house to where I think they ended up tearing it down, but nobody died. But then everybody knew, Mikey said. And so, see, I was down in Florida, and all this happened while I was in Vegas, and then I'd moved down to Florida. Well, Mikey headed out, and he went off on the run from the law, and he went down to South Florida. And I was going, if I'd known you were down in Miami when I was in Delray, for God's sake. But anyway, and that's when he did the caregiver thing.
Okay.
And he became a caregiver for Lloyd Bridges in his final.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but the one that's on the commercial.
C-Nut.
I love. Yeah.
Yeah, the father,
Yeah.
the older one. I always thought he was sexy
How
as
in the
hell.
world did he get to do that?
I don't know. But I had to ask him, I said, it was his dick big? And he said, yes.
What about the one that's on TV right now?
Oh, well, that was
son?
his dad.
I know, but I love him.
Uh-huh.
I think he's adorable.
Well, in Airplane. He was in movies. He was in The Rainmaker with
Yes.
Katharine Hepburn.
He
did
looks-
Hey, Goo Goo.
He talked for about 3 days. He hadn't heard anyone be quiet till he doesn't hear the TV.
But
He said.
now I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk.
Yeah.
I love talking with you. And we were just very humble about the whole thing
Well, I'm
here.
glad it all worked out good.
And we had so many funny memories about Corey.
I'm sure.
And she said, let's watch it. And it wasn't all that grim like it might have felt for you, but we
It
wanted
was just
to.
odd to me. To
Well,
hear
I
a
didn't
voice
wanna-
of, you know what? It's the same way now. When I talk to someone from way back on
Yes.
Facebook or Messenger,
Yes.
their voice, it's familiar, you know it, but also it's different.
Yes.
It's really a weird feeling.
Yeah. You can make it out, but there's something different
Yeah.
about it. I'm so going home. She mentioned she said, I said, we'll do it. But I said, you got your boyfriend and everything's out now and I'm not going to be big cases and we'll get the paperwork, but it's going to be with them too. It's going to be in a calm manner. And we're resting. She's a busy girl, you know. Her mindset is about what she's doing in her parties and stuff. And I need to just lay down. I need to take a shower too. I'm not dirty, but I need to take a shower. There, fucking Trinky. I love Trinky. Is there water, Sonny? There water for the baby? I don't ever. Oh, well. Yes, it won't take long to get your shots again. Yeah, but we don't. We need to get a trim for you to be able to get on Chris's bed and not scratch him. So you're going for a computer this time, or you not knowing, or what? You don't know. Does she need to see you yet? I know the talking was tough. I just had to make it clear. Do you see where those kids got a little castle? They're gonna ruin it. You need your legs rubbed? What, Chris? I need to pee. It's time to be. I thought it was Friday, but it's time to relax. It's a long weekend. Nothing open. We're bringing the new year. You're tired too, like me. What did I do with myself? It's a lot of because we sleep pretty good together. It's getting better, but this is hers, right? Kayla, Chris, is this? That's hers. We bought it for the baby. Anything her that was the big one's hers. That's all.
Yeah.
Need a lot on. We can buy a light, so you know. Well, we're not doing nothing. We had time for bedtime early tonight. I'm not really even hungry. It's still a shirt. We just can't get that shirt in there. And where is the sock? Are you serious, son? Here's where should I put my black and checker owl right here? There's something wrong. It's hard hearing and stuff. I wish you could do this one.
Mm. Hello.
Hello. I was running my fan here. Hello. Chris, if I put your glasses on and fix it, if you turn around.
Mm. Um.
It's a pan. That's that one. I guess he got it because I took it out there on 7 and taped it and put it on there. But they picked it up right. You want me to? What? It's an old piece. It's a one. This? You want it up? This one.
Yeah.
Honey. What? This one's for volume.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Something to help your out? Turn up this volume. Down. Like this first row. It's the first one. Second one. And you push it to your computer. To the TV. Okay. Is that what you wanted? All right, scroll it up. Go down. Okay. Wait, one. Okay, what? Okay. Get it? It says okay. Did you get it? I know how to do it. Did you get it? Second one. You go down to purple. You got it? Okay, do it again. You can't see it. Okay. Do the two. This one. Second one to get it, right? Down. Right here.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. You're trying to do something that's in the dark or this way. Down. This one. Go down. This one, that next. Okay. It's connected now. Go up again. Okay, we do it again. Okay, retry. What letters? 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, C. It's always C's, right? I'm in good shape, Chris. I'm tired, but it's just one over and one down. And you enter, and it's Chris. And then there's an H. Yeah, let's see. Up and then over. Let's see. Okay. And then up and over. Wait, did you get the R? Okay, up. And then IS. And then S's.
Yeah.
I didn't get it yet. I. And then S. Please, sir. Can I finish S? Yes. Are you going to finish the S? It is throw away. Okay. It's I. Did you get the I?
Hmm.
I don't think it's C. We have something before it, though. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's this. You do it again, and then S. Correct. Watch the baby. Keep playing with this baby. Yeah, baby.
Hmm.
Did I mess it up? Do it. I thought I did. Yes, there's a C. You can't tell. Start over. Backspace. Okay.
Hmm.
You don't do it like that. Okay, just a minute. Oh, it's up above it.
Oh.
It's a little arrow, right? You just push enter. What? Push it up. Okay. Push this one. Show up this one up here. Here. What are these? This one. This one. This one. Down. That's cool. We'll get it, Chris. It's a nail thing, too. Okay, then okay. And then up. And then put your name in it right. Backspace. In there. Cool. And then backspace. Backspace to your name. That's not backspace. It will. I'm trying to backspace, Chris, right here. With the arrow over here. Okay, sorry. Okay, now we only have one I. Take the I out. Then I have to backspace here. And I'm backspacing with the red on now. So I'm going to I. Down. You got two I's. C-H-R-I-I. So down one. You want C-H-R-I-I? What are we missing out here? Password Chris something. They don't even want Chris. You want Chris. You want Chris, that's it. You don't want I-I-S. Well, let me take it off. Where's the I down? One down. No. How do you take it off? You have to get it up there? I'll go back into the thingy. Over here. Up. And enter over here. How do you enter over here? Okay. And then S. Simple. And just forgive me about the nails because these are pretty easy to get some I've seen. And then enter. Everything. Okay, now what? Another name? You have to put McCracken? You want me to put 35? A, B, C, A, B. A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, L, M. M? Okay. Hey. M-Mac. Here's why it's way over there. I'll get it. It's just my name. I know you want up. Trying to go over. You gotta go back. Sorry. Like I said, I gotta get it focused. We went by Candace's house. There's still a house there. One of the trailers. I don't. Okay, you want it? Not that many M's. Backspace. Okay, then A now. So go this way. Come on, fingernail. I didn't get mine pointed like Kylie, or they'd really be hard to do. CK. You put numbers after it. Well, I need to, it's not your deal. I'm glad to be out of the car. $35. Kylie said, he's so much stronger than Dad. She said, I just know you are, but she looks up to you, Chris, and she wants that hug. I think she said he's so smart now. She said, I just see it. Okay, enter. She said, I feel comfortable and safe around Chris because I know he'll take care of me. She does. She don't look at you like a little kid, brother-in-law. Uncle, She don't. She loves you. Are you done? So my foot can get a rest? Is this hurting? But no noise yet, right? Yeah. I don't hate it either. I know, just a minute. I'm gonna stop. I know, I'm gonna get it. I gotta drink something with this pill. Just a second. It's gonna be. Just a little bit.